How y'all doing today? Welcome back. I hope y'all had a blessed day. I hope y'all had a good night. Um, were able to sleep, you know, um, get a good rest, have a productive day. Um, yeah, y'all know, all that jazz, all that. You know, have that as my intro. Um, say it every time, then you just get like, yeah. But the sentiment is still there. It's still the same thing. So, I mean, but uh, I keep saying I'm gonna be consistent with these poems, but I keep on like going off like every like 4 to 5 days. I don't know. I guess that's why I don't like commit to it 100%, but I do make sure to get it done for sure. But to me, that's not good enough, to be honest, because I want to have more content out more frequently. So whenever I don't, then it kind of seems like look, am I really being productive? But then on the other end, it could be the same thing where you're not being productive by doing so much, by oversaturating your content. Like you're putting too much content out at once, and sometimes that's not okay. Just as much as putting not putting enough content out is a problem as well. You know, but fear not. You know, you don't have to fear no more because I'm gonna have some stuff up today and some stuff up tomorrow. I'm gonna have my poem up probably Tuesday. Make sure that that's done. Um, yeah. Even though it's gonna say, even though this is gonna say that it's up on the 19th, this is still, I still made this video on the 18th. So just keep that in mind because sometimes my stuff goes up the day after I intend to put it up because um sometimes it's the editing that takes a long time to go in, or you know the stuff that I use to make my videos, it you know kind of takes a while. So this is I'm saying this right now for the 18th. Just notice how probably with my uh acapella for the 18th, same shirt. That's because it's the same day I'm doing it. Um so yeah, keep that in mind. If I have a shirt on the same day, if I have the same shirt on in multiple videos, it's because I did it the same day. So yeah, keep that in mind. But I went on a little bit too long, longer than I thought I was gonna go on. So I'm just gonna, just get into it. Real eyes, real lies. The fake shit and bullshit don't need replies. Don't worry, cause I can hear your cries. The negative thoughts that are buzzing around you like flies. I've heard the excuses about a dozen times. It's easy to say, oh man, I tried. The discipline and motivation may be very hard to find. But understand that it all comes from within the mind. And it all comes from within inside. That's something you gotta understand and realize. I'm doing this for my family and friends. I work hard with my guys. I hope y'all enjoyed that. So, I wanted to, I wanted to put out there that, um, it's funny. Sometimes the motivation I get from when I write these poems and stuff, sometimes it comes from certain jokes that I hear, and like it motivates me to write some of the stuff that I write. So I do have motivation for writing some of my things, some of the things that I write. It's not just like my experiences and stuff. Most of the time it is my experiences, but sometimes it's off of things that I may hear when I'm watching like certain videos, when I'm watching stuff to, you know, improve my self-awareness, improve like um, understanding a perspective that is different from mine, that comes from people that may have went through the experiences that I've went through, or that may have went through you know they're at a place in certain aspects that I want to get to. So I use um their content and their advice as motivation. Obviously, I'm not going to take everything that they say, you know, into in here, but there's certain things that can be said about, you know, how they got to where they got. So clearly, there is some wisdom from them, and from the people that are ignorant. You can get wisdom from them as well, because whether you think about it or not, you can always learn something from ignorant people as well as wise people. You can learn what not to do from these people, and you can learn and realize that you maybe have been doing the same thing that they're doing, and if you don't find a way to improve it or change it, you could end up where they're in, where they are. And it makes you understand that you can see who's ignorant and who's not ignorant, and you could be right in the middle. Because when you think about it, we're all ignorant to something. We're all ignorant to something. So, um, it makes sense to me, because like there's some things that I don't know, and there's some things that I do know. Ignorance is not stupidity. It's different from stupidity. You know, um, well, being ignorant. Let me say it like this: ignorant to something does not make you dumb. It doesn't make you dumb. It just means that you're not exposed to certain things, or you're not aware of certain things. Or you don't have, like I said, you don't have experience in this field. So if you don't have ignorance to this field, you're ignorant to it. You're not aware of you don't have experience in it. It doesn't make you stupid or dumb or whatever. You just are not informed. So everybody is uninformed to something. So to a degree, everybody is ignorant to something. It's just, if you refuse to uh if you're stubborn enough to not want to if you're stubborn enough to stay ignorant, that's where stupidity comes from. That's where it comes from. That's insanity. Doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. That's what that is. But how you choose to look at the information that you're not really exposed to Do you want to learn from it, or do you want to just stay ignorant to it? That's the difference. So it's easy to see who's ignorant and who's not ignorant, especially in the thing that you're looking to get into, especially where you're trying to go. And if you allow ignorant people to cloud your judgment, you might be just as ignorant as them. Because, you know, it takes a wise person to realize that someone is ignorant to something. You know, it doesn't take an ignorant person to recognize ignorance. Because the ignorant person could be talking to another ignorant person and think that that person is just as ignorant, and they're not. And they don't realize that they're as ignorant as them in this particular subject. Because, like I said, we're all ignorant to something. So we're all ignorant at some point. So, you know, when it comes to like financial literacy or like sports, or, you know, handling your business in certain fields that you're trying to get into, for example, like things like that. There's so many other examples you could use, but we're all ignorant to that. If we don't have prior knowledge of that, we're all ignorant to it. That's what that is. So, yeah, it makes more sense than you think it does, but yeah. It's just, we all have a mind, and we all fill our mind up with knowledge, whether it's good knowledge or bad knowledge. We fill our mind up every day. The stuff that we fill our mind up with whatever we are exposed to. So if we expose ourselves to BS and nonsense and toxicity, that is what's going to be up here. If we expose ourselves to knowledge and power and positivity and stuff like that, that's what's going to be up here. And that comes from the people that you're around. If you're around toxic people, that's what's going to be up here. If you're around uplifting people, motivational people, you know, courageous people, intelligent people, that's what's going to be up here. You know, hardworking people. It's all about your mindset. That's really all it is. I'm gonna have another video up in a few days. You know, I promise y'all I'm gonna have by like Tuesday or Wednesday at the latest, I'm gonna have another one of these bad boys up. I'm gonna have another one of these bad boys up. So, hey, you know, y'all stay tuned for my acapella April videos. Peace.